Greetings. On behalf of Judah International Christian Center Inc., we welcome you to our Managing Your Money webinar, in which we will discuss net worth, cash flow, and creating a budget. Before we begin, this content is provided as educational material only and is not intended to solicit you for any product or service. These materials are not a recommendation by HSBC for any product, service, or financial strategy. The suggestions and recommendations contained within are general in nature and may or may not apply to your particular circumstances. Securities, annuity, and insurance products are not FDIC insured or insured by any federal government agency of the United States and subject to investment risks, including possible loss of principal invested. All decisions regarding the tax implications of your investment should be made in connection with your independent tax advisor. Should you need further assistance, HSBC strongly recommends contacting an independent attorney, tax professional, or financial consultant. Goals for today. Today we will answer common questions about money management. What is a budget? How do you create a budget? How do you determine your cash flow? And how do you determine your net worth? What is a budget? A budget is a tool for managing money for today and the future. It can be a detailed plan for everything financial in your life. It is a plan for major expenses and purchases and a way to track your spending. What does budgeting mean? It does not mean creating a strict and flexible plan or following rules or denying yourself fun things, but it does mean making conscious, smart decisions and establishing a plan that works for you. That way, you have these advantages. It can help manage spending and expenses, help reduce or eliminate debt, and increase your future assets. What is cash flow and how do you calculate it? Cash flow is the relationship between what you earn and what you spend. It is a snapshot of your financial position. Write down all expenses for the month, include small expenses like newspapers, taxis, etc. Write down all income for the month, include reliable income from all sources such as tips, child support, alimony, broader income, and bonuses. How is cash flow analyzed? If your expenses are higher than your income, you have a negative cash flow. This may mean you're in debt. It may mean there are unexpected expenses. If your income is higher than your expenses, you have a positive cash flow. You're probably able to pay bills on time and you probably can save for the future. What is net worth? Net worth is the value of your assets, which is what you own, less your liabilities, which is what you owe or your debts. There's a detailed picture below of your finances. Assets minus liabilities equal net worth. What are assets? They are cash reserve assets, which are cash and bank accounts, investment assets, which are rental property, saving bonds, mutual funds, cash surrender value of life insurance policy, what is worth if you were to cash it in today, personal assets, jewelry, furniture, car, retirement accounts, 401k, IRA, pension, and real estate, house or the land you own. What are liabilities? Short-term debt to be repaid within 3 years. This includes credit card balances, personal loans, income and property taxes, and insurance. Long-term debts to be repaid over 3 years include mortgages and home equity loans, student loans, or automobile loans. How do you determine your net worth? List your assets and list your liabilities. Then subtract the liabilities from your assets. How can you increase your net worth? Save as much as you can and start as soon as you can. This includes salary increases, bonuses, money you get from a paid debt, unexpected income, tax returns, etc. Even if portions of unexpected income is worthwhile to save, reward yourself for meeting goals and take advantage of compounding. Look at what saving $50 a month can do. What can you do with a budget? Use it as a plan for how you're going to spend and save money. Allocate and decide on a certain amount of money for each category of expense. Track your spending. Find opportunities to eliminate expenses. Include irregular expenses such as quarterly water bills, annual property taxes, and keep it flexible. Now let's conduct a sample budget on groceries. Decide on $500 a month for food. Then track the amount that you actually spend at the grocery store, at restaurants, for morning coffee, and on snacks. Then analyze how you're doing. How do you create a budget? Base it on your history of spending. Use past receipts, credit card bills, and checkbook register. Start tracking your spending now for 2 months and write down what you spend on regular expenses you have each day, each week, every month, etc., and on irregular expenses that occur less frequently, such as property insurance, homeowners or renters insurance, school registration or tuition payments, prescriptions, and insurance premiums. Now let's take a look at two budget categories, fixed and unfixed. Fixed means it doesn't vary from payment to payment. This may include mortgage payments, loan payments, and insurance premium. Non-fixed can vary from payment to payment, and this includes groceries, utility bills, cable vision, and transportation expenses. There are also two other types of budget categories that you can take into consideration. Essentials, which is what you need, and desirables, which is what you want. Essentials is impossible to do without. That includes food, rent, and utilities. Desirables is possible to do without or to cut back spending, and it can include entertainment, travel, and clothing. How do you create a budget? Look at your past spending patterns, fill in any fixed expenses, add your own categories, and take the budget home with you and work more. How can you reconsider your budget? Once you've allocated your money to different categories, look for places to cut back. If one area takes up a large part of your budget, think about changing your lifestyle. Your budget needs to fit your needs and it must be flexible. Work on your budget so it fits in with your financial goals. What about an emergency fund? Save money to pay for emergency expenses. You will need to pay for your expenses if you are temporarily unemployed or become ill. Building an emergency fund should be included in your budget. It should eventually cover 3 to 6 months worth of your expenses. You don't have to create it all at once, but it should be a savings priority. What are saving tips? Stick with it. Go digital. Consider budgeting software. Keep your budget simple. Ask for help and build in small rewards for yourself. Wrap up. Over the next few weeks, use the worksheets to calculate your cash flow and net worth. Use the budgeting worksheets to create a budget and spending plan. Identify two short-term and longer-term financial goals, and remember to modify your plan on an ongoing basis to reach your financial goals. For more information, we have available the Managing Your Money booklet, or you can go to www.yourmoneycounts.com. Also, visit www.surveymonkey.com/s/ymc_survey and complete the survey for a $10 gift card. For more information on financial strategies, please call Judah International Christian Center Inc. It's located on 141 Rogers Avenue, Brooklyn, New York 11226. The number is 718-771-0383, or you could visit us at www.judahinternational.com.